This video is very special as it is our 100th video, and I would like to dedicate this video to our Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. I saw an old video of Gurudev where he explains Ramayana and its relevance beautifully. This is our humble attempt to make a shorter version of that video. For me, Ramayana is both our Itihasa as well as our Purana, our history as well as part of our ancient text. Intangible spiritual ideas and concepts are understood much better when they are presented in a story form. The story of Ramayana is a story of our mind. Dasharatha is Rama's father. Dasha means 10, Ratha means chariots, one who can control 10 chariots at the same time. Dasharatha had control over the 10 senses, which is symbolized as chariots. And the ruler of the 10 senses, the 10 Indriyas, is the mind. He was the ruler of Ayodhya. Yuddha means conflict. Ayodhya means a place where there is no conflict. With Dasharatha's control over the 10 senses, there was peace and everything was settled. Only in such an environment can we find the divine. And so, Bhagwan Ram was born to Dasharatha in Ayodhya. Bhagwan Rama, the divine soul, Purusha, the ideal person. Sita is the daughter of the earth. She is formed of physical matter. She is Prakriti. Rama marries Sita. Purusha and Prakriti come together and life begins. For life to happen, they need to leave Ayodhya. So Rama and Sita go into the forest. Forest symbolizes the unpredictable life with its ups and downs. But even in this unpredictable forest, Sita is happy and peaceful with Rama. When you are connected to the divine, you are always in bliss. But one day, Sita sees a golden deer, and this uncontrollable desire rises in her mind. Unable to control this desire, she keeps requesting Rama to get her that golden deer. Reluctantly, Rama goes out to get her that deer. The golden deer is a symbol of greed and desire in our minds. It happens to all of us. When we get attracted to something, we want to get it, and we lose our peace in trying to get it. The Ramayana reminds us that this desire is a demon in disguise. When we lose control of our mind, we then meet Dashamukha, the 10-headed Ravana. He is the complete opposite to Dasharatha, the one who controls the 10 senses. Dashamukha has no control over any of his senses. All of his 10 heads speak at the same time. Aren't we like Ravana most of the time? We have no control over our mind. We have multiple voices and thoughts running around at the same time. Senses are out of control, distracted, materialistic, searching for happiness outside. Never satisfied with what we have, we want to gain more. While Rama and Lakshmana were catching the golden deer, Ravana comes and persuades Sita to cross her line of control, her Lakshman Rekha. When Sita is not in control of her senses, Ravana kidnaps her and takes her away to Lanka, the place of darkness. This happens to us too. When we lose control of our senses, we overindulge in the material world. And sometimes we pay a very high price for that overindulgence. The divine within us, symbolized by Rama, has to defeat the uncontrolled mind within us, symbolized by Ravana. This conflict between good and bad affects the Jiva, which is symbolized by Sita. And Sita needs to be rescued. Who does Rama ask for help? The Vanaras, monkeys. But why monkeys? Monkeys are restless, jumping around all the time, just like our mind and thoughts. That is why it is aptly named monkey mind. Only when we gain control over this monkey mind, we achieve things in life. The monkeys were not able to help Rama because they were ruled by their king Bali. Bali symbolizes lust, greed, and power. Greed cannot be defeated easily. It is very difficult to face greed and lust and fight. And that is why Rama killed Bali when Bali's back was turned towards him. Bali's brother Sugriv becomes the new king of the Vanaras. Griva means reins, and Sugriva means well reined or well controlled. Only when we are in control of the senses can we do the work of the divine. Sugriva's army then helped the divine Rama to defeat Ravana. Rama kills the 10-headed Ravana. When the mind is under control, we are safe. Sita realizes about self-control and she has immersed herself in the divine. Gaining control, she is rescued by the divine. In some way, isn't this our own story too? Our mind, our Ramayana? We start off in Ayodhya, a peaceful place, and if we lose control over our senses, then we go down into darkness and we become Ravana. When we destroy these evil desires and gain back the control of our senses, we rise in positive thinking. We become peaceful and divine. We enter Ayodhya again. The journey to rise higher, from darkness to light, the symbolic journey from Lanka to Ayodhya is our spiritual path, and we must follow this path. This is what our ancient culture, Sanatana Dharma, teaches us. We need to keep reminding ourselves about this. This is why Ramayana is relevant even today in our lives, and this is why we pray to Bhagwan Rama. Hari Om.